Dead heroes, no leaders. Captain Dameron may be the best pilot in the Resistance, but his rash, reckless disobedience and his total disregard for the chain of command had real, tangible consequences. The evidence here has shown a set of conclusions that are as inescapable as the maw itself. That Captain Dameron willfully disobeyed a lawful order from a superior officer, and he committed mutiny aboard the Radix. Actions that are the very dictionary definition of conduct unbecoming an officer, actions that would shame an officer like Admiral Akbar. Now, there first can be no doubt that Captain Dameron deliberately disobeyed General Organa's direct order to disengage above Dakar. I love alliteration. You heard from General Organa herself. She explained that as the last of our forces evacuated the base on Dakar and boarded the Radix, she instructed Captain Dameron to break off and disengage his attack on the First Order Dreadnought Fulminatrix, return to the fleet so that we could all escape to the safety of hyperspace. This wasn't a polite request. It wasn't an invitation to discuss things as a committee. This was a direct order. And in case there was any ambiguity to it in Captain Dameron's mind, General Organa said outright, this is an order. When General Organa gave the evacuation code signal at the Battle of Hoth, you did not see Rogue Squadron pilots like Wedge Antilles cowboy off in their snow speeders to go lasso a few more AT-ATs. No, when General Organa gives an order, she expects and the law demands that it be followed. In the face of that order, what did Captain Dameron do? But shut off his comm unit, ignore his commanding officer, and continue his attack on the Dreadnought, substituting his judgment for that of his superior officers. The ends cannot justify the means here. Now, Captain Dameron explained to his justifications. He saw a legitimate opportunity to take out a real threat in that Dreadnought, and the prosecution isn't arguing against that. But that was not his call to make. The First Order could have arrived above Dakar with a chrome-plated, shiny new Death Star 3.0 and an entire legion of dreadnoughts, and it would not have changed the force and the legal effect of General Organa's order. Captain Dameron's disobedience cost lives, simply put. And these aren't cold statistics to be charted up by some astromech droid. These are living, breathing brothers and sisters in arms who paid the ultimate price for his actions. This is the crew of the Cobalt Hammer. Nick Sturd, Finch Dallow, Paige Tico. 40 heroes who gave their lives because he did what he wanted to do instead of what his commanding officer ordered him to do. There can also be no doubt that Captain Dameron committed mutiny aboard the Radix. You heard General Organa explain that when she regained consciousness, where did she find Captain Dameron but sealed on the bridge, armed with a blaster, with the Radix prepped for a hyperspace jump that neither she nor Vice Admiral Holdo had authorized. Now, it was Vice Admiral Holdo, not Captain Dameron, who was lawfully put in charge of the fleet when General Organa became incapacitated. Captain Dameron absolutely could have been upset with the lack of information flowing to him from Vice Admiral Holdo. He absolutely could have vehemently disagreed with Vice Admiral Holdo's tactical decision-making as the fleet escaped. But that was no excuse and no justification under the law to take up arms against the command staff and to violently seize control of the Radix and the rest of the fleet. Captain Dameron's assertion that he somehow believed, or the odds that Captain Dameron honestly believed that Vice Admiral Holdo was somehow a legitimate threat to the Resistance are approximately 3,722 to 1. This is the same Vice Admiral Holdo who General Organa had known for decades, the same Vice Admiral Holdo who had distinguished herself as a valiant combat leader at the Battle of Chiron Belt, the same Vice Admiral Holdo who could not be here to testify today because she gave her last full measure in defense of the Resistance. Fellow Resistance members, all 8 of us, General Organa slapped Captain Dameron for his actions. Likewise, we ask you to slap Captain Dameron with the open hand of justice by finding him guilty of all charges and by leveling appropriate consequences for his devastating actions. May the force be with you.